Hello, my beautiful ladies. I'm excited because today I am going to share with you and introduce the third stage of inner work that I believe many of us women go through. And so I decided to keep it with three. There are a lot of different variations of stages of inner work that are out there. Some have more, some have less. But as my mentor, who I absolutely loved in IT, when we would go into meetings, she would always remind me of the rule of three. So I've decided to keep this inner work and stages of inner work to three stages. So what are they? Stage one is survival mode. Stage two is self-aware. And stage three is high vibe. And so I want to use and talk about boundary work to give you an example of how you might use practices to move and evolve through these three stages. So let's start with, so in stage one, let's say that I'm in survival mode. So again, survival mode is different than survival. Survival, you may be in a desperate situation, or you're not able to pay your rent or mortgage. You struggle with boundaries. Survival mode is when you are able to pay the rent, do things like pay the mortgage. You're aware of boundaries, right? But for certain reasons, life has thrown you back into survival mode. A lot of times this can be little sleep. So I go into this in other videos, so I'll stop there. But so let's say that I'm in survival mode and I'm wanting to dig my way out of survival mode and hope to get to self-aware. So currently, if I have no boundaries, zero boundaries. I probably have doormat behavior. I believe that I may have boundaries, but when it comes time, I do not. Or maybe I haven't even made the time to create and know what my boundaries are. So what do I do to shift? What practice of boundaries do I use to shift to stage two? I learn what my no's are, and I may write these down. I may put them up on my wall to help, slowly get it into muscle memory and drill it in. So that's an example for stage one. Stage two, I'm in self-aware mode. So boundary work and boundary practices may look like I am aware of what my boundaries are, but when the time comes and maybe a friend asks something of me, or work asks something of me, or my family asks something of me, I struggle to keep my commitments to myself. I struggle to keep my boundaries. So what practice can I do to start moving me to the third stage? Learn what my yeses are in addition to my nos, and practice, practice, practice. It is going to take practice. Because a lot of times as women, I believe we fall into the need of feeling like we need to appease or please. Or I've also had situations where I feel like there's a valid reason of a situation that's come up, and I feel like I need to be understanding. Maybe in that situation, I do need to be understanding, but be very mindful of when there are situations that come up, and they start to come up often, where someone is asking you to be understanding, but it's breaking your boundaries. So what do boundaries look like at stage three for high vibe? So at stage three, I am clear. I am crystalline clear on what my yeses and nos are. For the most part, let's say 80% of the time, I'm no longer struggling, and I'm able to share my boundaries with ease in the moment. So let's see. I'm just looking at my notes here real quick. So yes. So what is the practice for stage three? And I want you to pause and really hear me. And if you don't get it the first time, don't worry, I am going to be making videos in the future on this. But what is the practice at stage 3 to continue to stay high vibe? At this stage, you do not need to communicate or say any boundaries at all. I know, I'm going to repeat this one more time. And again, it is very difficult to be able to hold this space if you have not learned and practiced what your no's are, you're not clear on what your yeses are, and you're not good or comfortable with that. If you have not mastered those previous 2 stages, this stage is going to be very difficult for you to jump to or leap to. So again, we are learning in layers. I found that works the best. So I'm going to say it again. At stage 3, I am now crystalline clear on what my yeses and nos are. And the practice that I am doing around boundaries is practicing when the situation comes up, not needing to say a word and just carrying out my boundaries. So I'm so excited to be introducing all 3 stages today. I cannot wait to dive into this more. I've been talking with women and girlfriends in my network, and we're starting to talk about these topics, and I'm loving the response and how it is resonating with women. I know it resonated with me so much, and I'm all about growth and having a growth mindset and just having the healthiest, most vibrant life I can have with where I'm at. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.